numbers on this type of thing. We get so caught up in color. Like I live in DC, but I'm from down south. We're down south now, so a lot of y'all, Louisiana and Alabama and Georgia and all this stuff, like we see this all the time where these beautiful sisters of darker hue get overlooked strictly because a woman is light skinned. But you know where else that happens? It happens in the workplace. I have a day job that I will not mention here because they do not know me as Panama Jackson. They know me by my government name. However, there are no dark-skinned black males there. Literally every male that works there looks like me. They are perhaps not as sexy as I am. If you read the site, that's kind of my running thing about the site. Anyway, the fact is, light-skinned brothers, we are not threatening to white people. And unfortunately, that pervades the workforce. Now, I'm not saying that there are no dark-skinned brothers in the workforce. There are. I mean, if you don't give a person a reason not to hire you, they can't not hire you. You go in there with your head held high. You know, we had this thing at Morehouse where one of our professors was like, man, if you got a 2.0, you better treat it like it's the best 2.0 that ever existed. You know, if you show up with the confidence, if you show up with the right attitude, I hate the word swag, but whatever, you know what I mean. If you show up that way, people will not deny you. But the fact is, when we walk into these boardrooms and walk in these places, a lot of people that look like me in those places. So it's like we get in the we do it to ourselves and we get it done to us, like this colorism stuff. And the thing is, I don't even know how to fix that problem. As far as the women go, I mean, we just gotta come to our senses, brothers. I mean, really, like, I've seen some atrocious with men, and I can name names and need, but there's no need. And I mean, yeah, look at the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's just like Indie Ivory versus like a Curry. It's like I know. I mean, obviously, playing my black. I've been on Twitter seeing what some of y'all been saying about my video. Still, y'all must think I'm a new artist. And I barely put out my album. You really think I had an input on what girls came in my video? But anyways, the casting, it goes like this. They're modeling agencies, right? So, and I'm gonna just be very candid with y'all. Somebody's gonna tell Boss if I say this, and I'm gonna get in trouble, but oh well. Now, Chris Robinson is probably the biggest director in urban, for urban videos and all that. I'm a new artist. The label would curse me out before they curse Chris Robinson out. So when I said, Chris, you're doing my video, I came, and I show up to the shoot, and I'm like, you know, where the girls that's my complexion at? You know, we want to show all types of women. He's like, oh, they didn't show up, brother. It's all good. So, and then, you know, and I ain't rich, man. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not rich at all. But after the video, I had to sit him down. I said, look, how much is it gonna cost to film some more of this? We gotta do another day. So it's gonna cost $13,000. All I thought about was the car that I was planning on getting, and how I couldn't get it. But I said, you know what? It's good. I need to show more types of women. We get to DC. I have 3 friends. All of them are darker than me. One of them is Guyanese, one is Nigerian, and one is just darker. So my man G can vouch. We had a little gathering for all the girls that we picked for the video at it was some lounge. We had a gathering. So all 3 of these women was the Felix Hotel. So we had I paid for dinner for everybody to come. So at the thing, it was all the other girls came, but the darker ones didn't come. So I don't think I'm pretty enough to be in the video. And I'm like, what you mean? Like, you know, you got all them light-skinned girls. I said, what? It's not about light-skinned, dark-skinned, big, small, because y'all see some thick girls in the video too. But I think it's just it's a mental thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, people gotta be confident in their skin. And if you heard my album, you hear the song Shades. And it's not the song is not about shades. If you really listen to it, it's about, the last thing I said is, it was me rejecting every light-skinned girl ever since light-skinned Dominique. That was a defense mechanism for me not having the confidence to be like, you know what, I'm a dark-skinned brother, and you know, I might want to talk to you, Miss Light-skinned lady, or you, Miss Brown-skinned lady. But it was a lack of confidence that I had in my own self. And it happens in the industry. It happens with a lot of the models. I've seen it happen. My man Greg worked for Apple Bottom for 2 years. Same thing happens. A lot of the brown-skinned girls would just feel like they were less than the light-skinned girl. it happens. So you can throw shade to me, you can throw shade to whoever you want to, but unless your name is Puff Daddy, Jay-Z, or whoever in that top level of people, they're not casting them videos, and a lot of times the dark-skinned girls are not showing them to the videos.
Let me say something real quick about that before we move on. What he's talking about directly is esteem, and this affects the black community basically from the top to the bottom. If we constantly are focused on the color, especially for women, the dark-skinned women they start getting esteem issues. How does that affect the community? They take those esteem issues back home. Then they start dating the no good dudes who they shouldn't be dealing with in the first place, but at least they got a man. What happens? You have a kid who bounces because he was a no good dude in the first place. Next thing you know, that low self-esteem having woman has a child that she's imparting that low self-esteem to as well. So what does he do? He doesn't come to college. He sits somewhere else instead of sitting here where y'all are. Like, all this stuff pervades our mentality. It's so ingrained in us that if we don't learn how to better deal with things like colorism in our own community, that's a very good question. Like, you're gonna have a room full of people who not only do not know who they are, don't know where they're going, don't care where they're going, they're just here to fill up space. Don't be that person filling up space. A lot of y'all here don't know what you're gonna do next, but that's okay because you're already here. What about the people that you left behind? All the esteem is a big problem in the black community. I think that's what a lot of this stuff is directly.
We'll take a few more questions.
Good afternoon, Ben Evans, a senior accounting major from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Thank you. Just like to know, do you believe that the control of media, the entertainment, and the hip-hop industry is modern-day enslavement of the black man, the black woman, and the black family? And if so, what can we do about it now?
I don't think so. I mean, I just kind of try to, like, sometimes you gotta take one on the chin, but that's in any job, in any color. You know what I'm saying? Plus when you're working, they have the money and I have the brains to put out the music that I want to put out. But I don't feel like, you know, I'm anybody's like slave, because there's so many mediums to get your music out. I can have a song about you, and it might not make my album, but I can put it out on my Twitter or whatever. Get the music out. There's nobody can control me. Like, they can control what has the barcode on it. They can't control what I'm saying at all.
Y'all gotta hear what he's saying. Because no, it doesn't control us. Absolutely not. Especially when a child can put out anything from Twitter to a website. This is really a worldwide audience. Soulja Boy got his whole career started now. So let's be clear. I had a conversation about a year or so ago with Cornel West. I guess it wasn't a conversation, discussion. Like, he said that. He talked about how the media controls my image. And I said, well, name the person in the media who controls your image. Nobody controls your image but you. There are going to be people who talk about you, whether you're rich or poor, famous or unknown. That's inconsequential. We control our images. That's what this whole conversation is about. This conversation is about us taking control of the way in which we are seen by ourselves and the way other people see us. Our perception of ourselves is what determines and what drives us, what ultimately determines where we will go. If you see yourself as a successful person, you will not stop until you are successful. If you see yourself as a loser, you will quit very soon. So nobody controls your image. And don't let anybody anywhere tell you that you are controlled by anybody other than yourself. You don't have to work at the job. You don't have to make music. If that's the only way to make it, and you don't feel like you do it, do something else.
Well, I got a question. You said that nobody can control your image. This is something that I deal with on a regular because, you know, I had a conversation with Jay like 3 weeks ago, and I need my fans way more than he need his fans. You know what I'm saying? But I often let my fans like dictate my like how I feel. Like I'm still on my Twitter, and I see the girl says I'm not buying. What did she say? I'm sorry, but I don't believe Wale about these dark skinned women. Whatever. Now, I don't know what her